All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, man. Hopefully, the most on your house shot blesses your day. Is blessing your day by His mercy you aren't consumed. We're alive in the most on your house shot's body, and two, we're naturally alive. And I want to get into this, man, because a lot of times too, what we see now with what we see now, like prophecy unfolding, man. But of course, it's not the end yet. But also too, with the volume, the how the most on your house shot comes in the volume of the book, man. The power to witness the gospel, the testimony, man. Because, and let me say this too. You know what? Let me say this too, because I was going to get into this, man. Because, I don't know why. I was at a trip on Friday with the summer camp I'm at, but I was like, because it's kind of going ties into what we're talking about. But I was like, they had a free, it was in Jersey, and they had a free, had a bookshelf, like a free book collection, and I saw this, and it's a book about, because since we're talking about world leaders and things of that nature, it was this little documentary book. Biography book. I said documentary about Ronald Reagan. So I was like, no, let me grab this, man, because I grabbed it in the aspect of learning more about it, because, because it's too, because that goes into there's nothing new under the sun, because Ronald Reagan, just like a lot of times, like Trump, even though people, I don't know, man, because there's a lot of times, because we don't really talk about that on here, but I just want to let you know the aspect of like we always say, it's the life is because the word in this life in general is a constant motif. It's the same recurring theme, but there's different, same game, different players, man. But just Donald Trump was he was on TV. He was an actor per se. He did a lot of stuff on TV. Ronald Reagan was an actor, man. So that goes to show you, man. There's nothing new under the sun, man. Because I grabbed it in that aspect, man. Because because he was allegedly, I don't know too. I can't say it, but allegedly, what's the name? Into bestiality, man. Because that's why he had that show called Bedtime with Bonzo. So that's alleged, though, that I heard the brother of Chronicles Judah said that one time. So that's alleged, because if I do more research, it could be the case, but I don't know. But but notice how it's just I just want to go into this, man, because we see this. He was an actor, man. So so that just goes to show you that I got an aspect. There's nothing new under the sun, man. Also too, there's more into that, man. Also too, even though how evil and wicked he was, man. But that leads me to actually something that Ronald Reagan said. I'm glad this is the perfect segue to what we're going to talk about. Because even remember, over 41 years ago now, when Ronald Reagan was talking about Space Force and things of that nature, they were talking about the Most High Yahushua, and when they even though you could call it, scripture doesn't say me personally, World War III, but even though the scripture doesn't say that, but it's just not really war, but it's really pretty much team up against the fight, that's what the movie's about, Independence Day, that, talking about there's a bunch of movies that go into that, talking about Yahushua's second coming to fight Christ, man. Just during the time, going what we said, during the time of Joshua, all the kings and the Hamitic kings, so that they all was on one consent to fight the Most High Yahushua then. It's the same thing now. Even the Yahushua son of Nun, Joshua. So even the Most High Yahushua then as well, but also too Joshua was the Yahushua son of Nun or Joshua. But the same thing is going to be now, man. But with that, man, it comes kingdom rising against kingdom, man. But y'all look up the old 1984 Ronald Reagan Space Force thing, that's yeah, man. You know what? Let's grab this real quick in second address too, because that's why it says every oh man, I messed this up. That's why it says every the nation shall wail because of him, and they're gonna be scared to fight him though. They're gonna still fight him, but their pride. I mean, of course, but they're gonna be scared. Well, also too, whenever you're trying to preserve whenever kingdom, people are going to preserve for power, man, because life, we always talk about, shout out to brother September firstborn, is about power dynamics, man, because even whenever there's a shift to being power, the other party isn't just going to willingly give it up. They're going to fight for it, honestly, man, because even inwardly, man, we got to fight the flesh, man, because your own lust desire, they don't want the spirit to come in, but you got to fight that, have your most on Yahshua spirit increase and you decrease. That's just inwardly, but even naturally, man, even amongst our own kingdom, man, when that's why I said Second Samuel 3:1, that was a constant thing, power struggle, man, because the House of Saul just didn't want to give it up for David. No, that's why it was an internal. There's conflict there. So yeah, but but that's any other kingdom without or society or ruling class or ruling government or ruling nation throughout history, man. That just is what it is. But let's get to Second Esdras chapter 3:13 verse 8, and it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they that were gathered together subdued him, and were sore afraid, yet there's fight. So yeah, they're gonna be afraid, man. So that's what it is. But this is what it is, though, man. But with that, that being said, this all goes into that kingdom rising against kingdom, man. Let's get right there. But also too, here's why. I was just finished reading Jeremiah, but not, I was reading Jeremiah 37. But man, this is how Yahushua was given. That's why Yahushua is the word, and he is the word, man. In this. Because he was giving books straight out, man. Because a lot of times too, you don't necessarily have to quote scripture, man. That's why a godly word is so important, man. So yeah, man. I just wanted to say that too, man, because that's why Paul let it. Because a lot of times too, Paul's letters, man, and the letters like that, they talking about the stuff in the beginning in the law, man. But it's just flowing out of them. It's the spirit of the Most High House that's just moving them. It's listen, that's just is what it is, man. It's not going to necessarily say all the time, but the book, chapter, and verse. But what the house shall say, the Most High House shall say that my sheep hear my voice. And let's get to Jeremiah real quick, man, because this is really what Yahushua is giving, man. Same thing. Jeremiah 41. Shout out to brother Sammy Firstborn for pointing this out too. 31 46. I'm sorry. It says, since we talk about this kingdom rising against kingdom, but Jeremiah 31 verse is it 31 verse 46? Okay, no, it's not. No, 30. No, it's 41 in verse. Hold on, it might be 41 verse. Hold on. No, I think it's 51. You're 51. I'm sorry. Jeremiah 51 verse 46. I'm sorry. It says, yeah, exactly. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 46. It says, and least your heart faint, but Most High Yahweh shall give strength to the faint. It says, least your heart faint. Ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, and rumors shall come 1 year, and after that in another, and shall be a year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, and ruler against ruler. So see, let's grab this again. It says this is judgment on Babylon, but it says Jeremiah 51 verse 46, and least your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor shall be heard in the land, a rumor that shall come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor, and violence in that land, and a ruler against a ruler. So see, isn't that what Yahweh said, kingdom against kingdom? Let's get that Matthew real quick, man. So yeah, man, that just is what it is right here, man. So I just wanted to grab this too. I want to do more videos today, more stuff like that, go over more stuff like that with y'all. But sure, I had a whole 2-hour convo, good convo with my mother, man. Yeah, that kind of took. I was gonna do more, but now I kind of got to handle some things. But but let's get this Matthew chapter 24 verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, and all these are beginning sorrows. So yeah, but even stuff like that, even with the whole Russia Ukraine thing, stuff like that, those are even this stuff that's going on now, stuff like that. Those when we see that happen, but Yahusha said, the Most High Yahusha said, listen, don't even be troubled, man, because and the end's not even here. Yeah, these are just the beginning of sorrows, man. So that's why we really need the Most High Yahusha's strength, man. Because listen, that beginning of sorrows, and when you read 2 chapters after that, Yahusha, when he's about to die, he was sorrowful unto death. How many think that's how Second Esdras said, woe are those who dwell on the earth during those days, who will rescue us, man. It's the Most High Yahusha. That's why the gospel being preached, and so our faith can grow. Even shout out to brother Sammy Firstborn talking about Jacob's trouble during this time, the height of Jacob's trouble, I should say, because we've been in trouble ever since, like the brother Akawar, calling Shalimah, putting out brother Elijah. We've been in trouble since we left the Most High Yahushua, man. But we departed from them. But even with that though, man, that's just seriously, man, we need that though, man. But that's just It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquake, there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Yeah, so same thing as Jeremiah, man. It's like ruler against ruler, man. So, like, that's why I even started with that Ronald Reagan the book, man, because I thought about that. There's nothing new on the sun. I just want to talk about that book, but that led me to let us. I'm sorry to talk about what he said in 1984 with the Space Force thing, and those were when the second coming, when these nations, different nations shall rise up and try to fight the Most High Yahushua, man, but yeah, man. But let's get this too. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 46. At least your heart be faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. Both come after 1 year. After that shall come. After that, in another year shall come in a rumor, and violence shall violence in the land, and ruler against ruler. So yeah, that's is what it is, man. Let me read this right. And at least your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, and the rumor shall come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land against and ruler against ruler, man. So that's saying kingdom against kingdom, like Yahushua said, man. But hopefully this is edifying, man, for y'all brothers and sisters. I really wanted to do more today, but time kind of flew by. And plus, man, let me say this too, man. Like the word says, man, in Ecclesiastes and Sirach, man, how sound sleep is so important, man. Because I was up to like, oh my gosh, till 5 today, man, or 4 or something today, and that's not good, man. Because I don't know why, man. I just can't sleep, man. I don't know why, but it's good to get sound sleep, man. Like, in moderation. Moderation too, man. I saw something about that with my father yesterday, man. But all right, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters, because I gotta go soon. I got some things to do. So peace.